Hello, Amy. Mark Smith here. It is Saturday, the 3rd of February, 2024. How you going? Okay, so I'm just going to go through your listing. You've asked for a little bit of feedback. So I'm guessing perhaps what's going on for you is that you haven't had any bookings. That's why you've come through as an ambassador client looking for some tips. So I'll just move that somewhere out of the way. And we can have a good look at your property and see what might be going on for you. So, well, you can start with the name. So can we be any more creative than that? Photos, the first 4 photos are absolutely critical, and you should have a look at this on a mobile device as well, because you see most people use their mobile device in this direction, whereas many times the photos are in. So we look in portrait, but the photos are often in landscape. So and photos do make a huge difference. And so. But okay, let's start with the name. So we'll start at the absolute top, and so I mean the first thing that strikes me is that these aren't particularly high resolution photos. The house looks nice. There's no doubt about that, but they're so to rank very highly on Airbnb. You do actually have to have high resolution photos. You don't have to, but it prioritizes ones that are probably not necessarily professionally taken, but it can tell. So it's all about the attention to detail, really, isn't it? So So, look, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just trying to be constructive, and I would be looking at putting, a little. You've got a beautiful house, okay? Just have to give it those finishing touches to, really have it looking its best. So you've done something called a photo tour, which is good, by placing all the rooms in all the photos of the rooms in the actual rooms themselves. So you can do a photo tour, and statistically, places with a photo tour will be more booked. Will receive more bookings. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with the photos. They look nice. But they're clearly not professionally taken. So I'm going to send you a link to some. I'll send you a link to some resource that will give you some tips. Not everyone can afford to do that, but maybe making the most of the photos that you can have produced. I'll give you some examples. Light, for instance. So you could say that this is moody. And that would be fair enough. Or, maybe you could take photos in this room in the morning, when there's better sunlight. So now you are using captions, so that is excellent. But I'm guessing there is a reason that you've asked for some tips on what to do. So again, if you're not getting bookings, I would conclude there'd be some reason for that, okay? Such as, the photos that are here aren't necessarily appealing. So the tips that I'll send you, they're in something called the Complete Guide to Hosting. In fact, why don't we go there now? Airbnb Complete Guide to Hosting. And yeah. We'll see if we can find it through here. Resource Center. photos. So see, this is this search box. Selecting the photos and editing your photos. Lots and lots of tips. Professional photography for your listings. Manage your profile. So making it help your listing stand out. So there's lots and lots and lots of resources here. There's probably 80 resources. There's more resources there than you can than you could select. Now, again, you can just tell that the light is much better here, but the resolution is, see how it's all grainy? So if you have these photos of this quality and another property that has professionally taken photos, you will rank lower properties that have higher resolution photos will be shown before yours. That's just how it is. So that might seem like a little thing, but you're going to solve most of your problems there. And the reason I know, I'm guessing that you aren't having many bookings is that you're still listed here as 1 month hosting, and there's no reviews. So no reviews yet. So I'm guessing that that's the reason you've contacted me for some assistance. I grew up in Newcastle, as I mentioned. So that's the first thing. So the next thing, you're in this category called new. So you are actually getting a boost already for. Let's have a look. You are getting a boost already, being in the new category, and so you appear higher than properties that Rothbury. So you do appear higher than other properties because you're new. So Airbnb helps you. Oh, there you go. So there you go. So your property is the absolute first that pops up over 1,000 places in Rothbury. So there's nothing wrong with how they're promoting it. It's just how do you compete with someone who's got 153 reviews? So that's why they bump you to new, and you can see how it would look. Now, this will also give you some pricing. So around Rothbury here, you can see, well, yours is at that price, and here's all the others. So how I got to that, I typed in. I'll just show you how we got to that again. So we type in Rothbury, New South Wales. We make the dates flexible. So it's maybe not necessarily showing the exact properties on the exact days, but it will give you a range of properties that are available for flexible dates, say in February or March. We'll go March and for a week, or we can just have a look at weekends if you like. We could put ones that are dog friendly. So we got, let's put in 4 adult. Yeah, we'll say 6 plus. Let's go. So let's have this selection, and we'll see, to maximise the the range of people that could come to your property. We'll just run with these selections, and we'll see what is around. Now, again, okay, so yours probably doesn't allow pets. So these are other reasons why your property is not getting booked. Some of these aren't, well, like none of these are new. The reason I can see is because, they've got reviews. So you can see on a map where is where, and Rothbury. Just not, oh, here we go. So we can zoom into an area. and again, we could try and find things around you. So that's why you're not appearing in all searches. And then the ones that you are appearing in, you either don't suit people with pets, or there's other reasons. Maybe you've got no facilities for children. So let's take out the pet and let's research now. There you go. So Airbnb is doing its part. It's boosting you. You're the very, very first one, but clearly, okay, I can see that you don't have pets. So that does rule out plenty of guests. Let's go back to your listing. So, we'll have a look at pricing as well. Okay, so I can't quite see exactly which one of these is yours, but that's maybe yours, is it? Yeah. So you can see on a map here how that would compare. I'll just minimize me a little bit further. You can see how, what the customer has to choose from between yours and other places. So if they're wanting to bring their animal, I'm not saying you should take them, but every single one of my properties, we take pets. Just a moment, please. All right, sorry, I had to duck out. So this is a selection of what is available in competition to you close by on the map. If someone needed to be around here, if they don't need to be close by, then you're competing with, a much bigger area and other properties, and properties as well that appear on other searches, such as those with dogs, or bigger places, or smaller places. And so there is plenty of competition. Let's just go back to your listing and see what we can do. So again, your place is not available the entire time. So my guess is, I've been doing this for a while, this coaching. You obviously use the house through the week, and you rent it on the weekends. So so it's not available for 1 week bookings. So that's when I showed you, does it appear on those midweek bookings or those week-long booking ones, these flexible ones? It's not going to really appear because you've got many, many dates that are blocked out. So again, your property really does appear on lots of searches. But again, this is what you're competing against. You're at $2,700, and there's others here at $742 for the same. Not the same dates. Not the same dates. So that I forget when Easter is, but this might be Easter. So again, well, yes, they're not the same dates, but this is just the search results. So again, you're not really available for the entire time, are you? So fair enough. So photos, who you're willing to host, the dates. These are some things straight away. The next thing we're going to look at is cancellation policy. So you do actually have a 2-night minimum. I would consider, what I'd be looking at is custom pricing. So here, this particular weekend, do you really want a 2-night booking, or would you like to get 4 nights? You'll get a long weekend. So you've got a 2-night minimum. Let's see what happens when. So you've got $579 a night. Let's just change that to 3 nights and see whether you do a slightly better price. 3 or 4 nights. So it won't give me the option to add a pet. So I can see you don't take pets. It's your property, fair enough. But so it's basically a very similar price. There's no price breaks if you if you stay longer. Whereas many places, if you want to get those longer stays and you want to get more longer occupancy, if it just sits there vacant, well, you receive nothing. So I would think about going to your calendar and having, well, where you know that you've got 4 nights that weekend. You've got 4 nights most weekends, but 5 on some other ones. Then put in some special pricing, because it says that you want 2-night minimum, but do you really want like a 2-night stay and then have that one empty? So I would was 600 for 2 nights. Okay. I'm not sure if you follow what I'm saying about some price breaks, but I would personally, if it was me, I would be looking at having some custom pricing, saying, okay, 2 nights, 600. The third night, you maybe get, so you get 1,200. If it sits there empty, and what you want to do is get some bookings so you can have some reviews, and I'm sure you've got a beautiful place, but no one else knows that. And so when you've got 5 reviews, or I've got 200 reviews, then people then have confidence. And that's what I was saying. You're competing. You're a brand new property, and you're competing with something for exactly the same price that has high chairs and cribs. Or you've got playground, but it's got 77 reviews and yours doesn't. So let's have a look at that. And okay, different style, but it's hosted by Alicia, Superhost, 2 years hosting, and you can see. Well, let's just see what Alicia has. Okay, she's got some bookings, but let's have so she's taken a 1 night here, or it's got a few bits that aren't available. You can, yeah, she's got a couple of nights. So let's see what she does. 2-night minimum, okay, but let's see what she does when you're staying for. Okay, she's not. Oh, she is giving you a special offer. So she is given a special offer, but you're giving a special offer too. So maybe one of yours is like an introductory price, available for the first 3 bookings. Yes, so that's what I was thinking. Whereas this one here, special offer, offer valid for those particular period. This is what people do. They manage their calendar, and they don't want to end up with spare nights. And so for those particular nights, they'll make a special offer. So that's one special offer. And then for another period, this particular stay crosses over those periods. They know when they're busy and when they're not busy. And let's just see, no, that you can't take pets there either. So you can actually charge for pets. If you put a pet in there, you can charge for it. So let's just keep looking at yours. So free cancellation within 48 hours. So people actually have to really know what they're doing. Whereas Alicia's place here, cancellation policy. So you can cancel with Alicia right up until the day of arrival, or very, very close, and get full. You're not locked in. So if you're really just a tiny bit unsure, you probably go with the one with the better cancellation policy. Yours has got an unfriendly cancellation policy. So there's a number of things working against you, if I could say that, Amy. Let's have a quick look at these photographs, and let's see if we think that they're professionally taken. Yeah, you can actually tell. Well, not unbelievably sharp, but That looks quite sharp. Yeah. Look, my guess is that these are well taken. The captions are important. Um, okay, so back to yours. So the cancellation policy is not working in your favour. Um, you don't have a carbon monoxide alarm, so I'll send you a link to a free one you can get. You should have your Wi-Fi speed. People like me, when we travel, we like fast Wi-Fi, and it doesn't tell me what your Wi-Fi speed is. Okay, no reviews, as I said. Well, here you can see they've got an average of 5 stars. So 77 people have come. They've got an average of 5 star, and everyone says it's fantastic. I can tell. So this is a direct competitor, very, very close, where close by where you are, and very similar price. And they've got reviews. They've got a more friendly policy on cancellation. And so these are all reasons probably why you're not getting booked. Check in. I would make it. Not everyone can make it by 6 p.m. I'd be looking at after 3, and check out at 10 is fine. You need to fix that. I would consider having a less strict cancellation policy, because people, many people just don't book. So, or will book something else. So, look, these are some tips that I would look at if I was you. You can add, some more detail. That's probably not a bad idea. But I would start with the photographs, the pricing, the cancellation policy, maybe the headline, and getting yourself some reviews, the pricing, the longer stay discounts. And so they're called, if you go into the resource centre, under this complete guide to hosting, I'm going to send you a link to, they're called custom stays. So you should be looking at filling up your calendar and having a custom stay so that so the place doesn't sit there empty. All right, Amy, if you've got any more questions, don't hesitate to give me a call anytime through the Airbnb app. Send me a message. And I wish you all the best with your hosting. Let me know your thoughts. If you've got any feedback on these ideas, I hope that's been of great assistance. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.